Hey everybody, welcome back to more Permasand Invitational content. This is the 4th place match. After this, everybody who's still alive is in the money. However, this tour only pays out, just like Callus Invitational, only the top 3 make money. The loser here will be on the bubble, as they say in poker. It'll be the 4th place finisher. It'll be the first guy to finish out of the money. I mean, 4th place in this tour with 32 people with elite competition is a great run. As far as pride and bragging rights and all that, it's very respectable. But you don't make cash, which, let's be honest, that's what several of the players are here for, trying to make money. Now, of note, as you guys just saw in the previous set, it is Solwyn and Malekith who are in the winner's bracket. They're both Spanish, and as many of you know, M-Dragon is also Spanish. So out of the 3 Spanish players who began this tour, no matter what, 3 of them are in the top 4, but it actually could be a 1-2-3 finish for the 3 Spanish players in the tour, which is absolutely ridiculous. Perma Spain Invitational. The only man standing in between the Perma Spain Invitational, that would be Star Master. He is from NA, and he is going to try to prevent the 1-2-3 Spanish dominance. And he's got quite the opponent in front of him. Everybody knows M-Dragon, needs no introduction. One more time, the winner here makes cash money and is going to fight against the loser of the previous set in the next round, whereas the loser here is going to be out in 4th place. Let's get to it. Dragon's on the bottom, Star Master's on the top, and as you guys can see with good old team preview, we are starting in black and white. They have both opted for sand balances, which has been far and away the most popular archetype in this tour. Has not been nearly as much rain as I thought there would be. It's very popular in black-white. And man, Sun, that's a team like doesn't exist in this tour. So yeah, they've both got the Hazard Lair, Skarm and Pharaoh. They both obviously have Titar, both have Lati. At least there's a couple differences on the team. I mean, they actually only have 2 overlaps, but they are nevertheless going for the same concept here. There's a knockoff, and there is Spike. So first hazards of the game go down for M-Dragon. There's Rocks and Spikes, so they are both just sitting there laying hazards, and Ferrothorn comes in at this point. Almost certainly that's coming into Spike as well. So they're just going everywhere with hazards. 3 layers of spikes. There's Rocks and Spikes. Hazards, and more hazards, and here is Lati coming in on Magma Storm. It's trapped, but the threat of Surf very well may scare the Heatran here. Instead, he's going to Calm Mind on the Protect, so start taking full advantage of the Protect turn. Now it's going to be Lati on Lati, and one of these things is not like the other. One of them's boosted and at full health, one of them's not. But Star Master nevertheless does not like the matchup, even though he had the boosted and healthier Lati there. So we end up with Lando on Ferrothorn. So many hazards here. 3 layers of spikes going on. 2 layers of spikes and rocks. Both of them just hazards everywhere. And there's Knockoff and Earthquake. Man, so now they both have rocks and 3 layers of spikes. That is loaded with hazards. And neither one brought a Rapid Spinner either. So they're both going to have to just deal with it. There's Whirlwind. And that's going to bring T-Tower in on all those hazards. Going to go Fire Blast, and that's going to do a hefty chunk, but it won't kill. And there's Whirlwind bringing out the Lati, and it does in fact have Surf, so down goes Skarm. Advantage Star Master here, 6-5 situation. T-Tar comes in for Dragon. Draco Meteor is a ton, but it is not enough. And there is the crunch for the kill. So we've got ourselves a 5-5 situation as Zam comes in for Star. Quick revenge kill with Grass Knot. Moving at a much faster pace now. Now that all those hazards are down, they're just going back and forth, blow for blow, blow for blow. And we've got ourselves a 5-4 situation. Volt Switch whiffing on Gliscor as Star retakes the tempo. Here's Lando, Intimidate, and a Whiffed Protect for Star Master. Now he's going to protect again. Why shouldn't he? Hidden Power, almost certainly Ice there, is going to prompt him out. Rionculus does not care. 14%, whatev. However, he crits him with the U-turn for 62% to put a little bit of pressure on the Riunculus. Going to recover, which is the right play for Star, and at this point he switches out, goes to his T-Tar. Has to step on all those hazards. Magma Storm there would have gotten him. Unluckily it misses, however, he outspeeds and follows up with Earth Power, makes it not matter. We've got ourselves a 4-4. Very briefly, becomes a 4-3 with the Focus Blast Revenge kill. Gliscor coming in at this point, maybe on a Volt Switch. No, it's a Hydro Pump, but an unlucky miss for Dragon that would have hit him really hard and super effectively. Crappy miss for Dragon there. Lando for Intimidate. There is the knockoff, doesn't matter. Hidden Power Ice, 51%. Knockoff again, an over prediction for Star Master, but he's fine. He protects, gets even more back. I was going to say lefties. It's not lefties. It's from the Poison Heal, but it's like super lefties. Riunculus comes in on HP. Last time he was in, he got crit by a U-turn. This time it's just a regular U-turn that does a lot, but he's just going to be able to recover on the U-turn, and that's exactly what he does. Riunculus back up to 78%, staring down Lati. Gets out of the way. Here's Gliscor. Draco Meteor there with a crit, and down goes the Gliscor. Brings us to a 3-3. This game has been very back and forth. Draco Meteor after the drop, however, is underwhelming against the Zam, and Zam going aggro here with Psychic. Here's Lando. That will not survive a Psychic should Zam go for it, and he does. That goes right down. Now Lati comes in again. This game very back and forth, and that is a garbage miss for Dragon. Draco Meteor there not connecting with Zam, and that should be lights out because of the miss. Psychic and Hydro Pump, another miss for Dragon, insult to injury. And Zam is going to fulfill its role. It's going to do the whole cleanup duty shenanigan thingamabobber. And Dragon had, I don't know how many misses, but quite a few. There were at least 2 Hydro Pump misses. There was the Draco Meteor miss. Definitely a couple of them that may have mattered there. I don't know Black-White well enough, so I'm not going to talk out my rear to know if M-Dragon would have won had he connected with a couple of those. But it certainly felt like several of them mattered. For example, the Hydro Pump miss on the Gliscor, I think, would have done a ton of damage and really helped had that connected. But, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Star Master with the victory here. That's going to force M-Dragon to beat him in an ADV game and a DPP game to make this the proper Perma-Spain Invitational, or an American invader in Star Master will break in to the Spanish-conquered top 3. M-Dragon has opted for the second game to bring us over to ADV, and obviously I'm glad about that because I like narrating this tier. I like narrating all 3 of these tiers, but realistically I'm only halfway decent at one and I'm garbage at the other 2, so at least you get the halfway decent one in this next game. Here is the ADV. M-Dragon bottom side, Star top side. We've got a Fori lead, which is a little bit unusual, and a T-Tar lead, which is way more standard. And a Flamethrower comes down. Good thing Fori didn't stay in. Hariyama didn't overly care about the Flamethrower, and it is going to go immediately for knockoff, getting rid of the lefties from the incoming Skarm of Star Master. Fori going to come back in. There's Spikes. There's Taunt, preventing his own Spikes, and he didn't go for Rapid Spin there. Drill Peck and Rapid Spin now, and the Spikes are gone. Now Zapdos coming in for Dragon. That's going to get taunted. I'm sure he's more than happy to T-Bolt here, though he can't baton pass out of note. What he does instead is he switches back to Fortress. Celebi's here, and there might be a baton pass. HP Fireworks as well. It's going to do quite a bit, 65%. But M-Dragon does get a spike down nevertheless, even though Fori is all but guaranteed to get out of the way here. And he does. It's going to be Leech Seed on the way in, so it is not a Super Celebi for Star Master. Nevertheless, it's going to prompt Dragon out, and he's going to go to Bliss. So, obvious stall team if the Fori Hariyama didn't give it away, but here's Bliss to make it even more obvious. Clear stall team here for Dragon, and it might be a stall or a semi-stall from Star Master as well, but it's less clear for him, whereas it's blatantly very, very, very stally for Dragon. And he's going to pass the Wish over to Hariyama. He's going to be A-OK. Goes knockoff once again. And Star Master, of course, is going to go over to Skarm to not let something else be knocked off. Focus Punch comes down on the Spike's turn. 58% that's going to do. It's a whole heck of a lot. And here is Zapdos. It's going to get Cross Chop, so M-Dragon is not able to predict this and go for a knockoff. Would have been cool to get rid of those lefties, but didn't make the play. Thunderbolt on the incoming Blissey here. Be a cool time to follow up with a Drill Peck or an HP Fighting if he has it. He's going to BP instead. That certainly could work. Soft Boiled comes down. Let's see if Dougie can do the thing and get rid of Bliss here. Here comes Beat Up, which is the latest craze in Dugtrio. And this is going to do a pretty good amount, man. Yeah, that's going to leave Bliss at 32. And she's just going to go Soft Boiled there. She doesn't even have Ice Beam, evidently. And here comes another beat up. Blissey here is taking the beating. She's going to go down to 15%. And yeah, the best thing she can do is Seismic Toss. This is a no Ice Beam Bliss, and Dragon is going to regret it. There is the beat up, and we are Dunyan Rings here with that Bliss. Is there a Pursuit follow-up here? Starmaster seems to think there will be, so he's going to stay in and beat up because he knows the Dugtrio is going to die. And there is the Pursuit. So we are going to see yet another beat up, which is so long and drawn out. But nevertheless, when the dust settles, the Dugtrio will be gone. But, I mean, let's be clear, it did its job here, which is to remove Blissey. So we've got ourselves a 5-5, but Blissey's down, and that is crucial. Starmaster here shows his last poke, Swampert, just to be safe. He goes Hydro Pump on the switch, connects with the Zapdos. The loss of the Blissey could be crucial in this game for M-Dragon. We're gonna find out. Hidden Power is revealed to be Grass, not Ice. Ice is obviously better against the Celebi, but doesn't have that. And Starmaster going for Leech Seed. It's going to be a Thunder Wave in exchange. Both of them are probably going to switch out sooner rather than later and get rid of whatever it is that the other guys got going on. And they both switch out immediately, actually. We end up with the Zapdos, which has shown only T-Bolt and BP against this T-Tar here, which is going to go for Crunch. Doesn't do nearly as much as the Thunderbolt that Zapdos went for. And here's a switch to Fori, which would not survive a Thunderbolt here, and indeed it doesn't. Zapdos seems to be a bit of an issue for M-Dragon now that his Blissey has gone down. Tyranitar comes in, and that's going to get Ice Punched. 18%, not a huge deal. The big deal would have been if a Freeze had come, but it did not. He's going to stay in, go Ice Punch again, and he's going to see the bad news. It is a Pursuit Tower, which is not what he was looking for there. So we've got double Trapper for Starmaster with at least one, if not two pokes with Baton Pass. We've got some double Trapper shenanigans for Star, and both of the Trappers have accomplished their job. The Dugtrio killed the Bliss. The T-Tar killed the Gengar. Starmaster with the lead now, 4-3. M-Dragon probably in some trouble here. Starmaster picking apart M-Dragon's stall team by using Trappers to remove key pieces. And Starmaster, if he wins this game, is going to be at least our third place finisher. He'll be somewhere in the top 3. He will knock Dragon out in 4th. Dragon not ready to concede, obviously, nor should he. Protect and Cross Chop, respectively. A failed Protect. Ugh! But Dragon has had some bad misses throughout the series, and that is yet another one. And that is yet another one. Misses 2 Cross Chops in a row. Things getting really grim for Dragon here. Here's Skarm. Hidden Power. 4%, not a huge deal. Skarm coming in is not a big deal here. Obviously, it doesn't survive a Thunderbolt. Down that goes. Leaves us in a 3-2 situation. Here's Celebi. But the Zapdos is really not going to be able to touch the Celebi here. I mean, Thunder Wave's annoying, but it doesn't help you kill the Celebi at all. And this is really going to be a problem. Here's the T-Tar. Needs a full para here. Not what he gets. He gets the Zapdos instead, and this is real poor. What switches into Thunderbolt here? I believe the answer is nothing. There's Thunderbolt, and M-Dragon here is going to need to not only be faster, but he's going to need an amazing streak of full para against the opposing Celebi. He would have needed a crit here, apparently, as well, and does not get it. And that is going to be the concession, or I guess just the outright loss, either way, for M-Dragon. So M-Dragon with a really good tour here. Top 4 in this field is very, very good, and nobody's surprised that M-Dragon came this far, being the amazing and accomplished player that he is. But unfortunately for him, it is going to not be good enough to make that cash money. So close and yet so far. He's going to be our bubble finisher. And once again, I'm going to be paying out to Star Master, as I've done a couple of times in these tours that I host. He is going to be somewhere in our top 3. Where? We don't know. He's going to face the loser of the Solwyn and Malekith match, which you guys should have already seen if you're here, because I had that up before this. But that was Malekith, so it's going to be Star Master against Malekith. The loser of that match is going to be out in 3rd place, and the winner of that is going to face Solwind, who is waiting in the grand finals, still in the winner's bracket. So our top 3, the 3 guys making money in this tour, no matter how it all plays out, are Solwind, Malekith, and Star Master. The only thing we have to do is determine the order. So the next match you guys are going to see from this tour is Star Master against Malekith, loser out in 3rd. Don't know when they're going to play that, but certainly when they do, I will bring it to you. In the meantime, I hope you've been thoroughly entertained by the Permasand Invitational as a whole. A lot of time and effort have gone into it. Hit that thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video and the tournament, and I will see you guys for its exciting conclusion whenever it happens.